Good morning. My name is Douglas Cologne. People know me as Dancing Doug, one of the first B-boys from the Herculoid days, Cool Herc and Cocoa Rock parties. I wanted to talk about something. We have a big movement now regarding racism and civil unrest, regarding inequality amongst people of color. But I wanted to talk about something different. I want to talk about the same situations, racism in our B-boy community, especially going back historically with the Black and Puerto Rican influences in B-boy culture. Curtis Blow and Crazy Legs just did an interview, I think it was Thursday, and Kurt said something really, really cool. He said that hip hop is a mother who had four children. One's the graphic artist, the DJ, the MC, and the B-boy. Those are the four elements of hip hop. He says that the rapper, the MC, is making all the money now, but back in the days, it was the DJ who was the one who made everything pop. It was like Cool Herc had the spots. He had a big system, and really, I want to address a few things to come around to a few things. One of which is a picture that's been spread around about Herc, and it shows with a little phonograph. When Herc played, Herc had his father's sound system. His father was a band member, which making band. He played with a band sound system. That's why he blew everybody out. So that phonograph is total BS, and people are using that to try to discredit him, and in essence, try to discredit all of us. We go back to the start of hip hop b-boy dancing back in August 11, 1973. Even though people were dancing before then, what made b-boys basically was that when Herc played with this what he called the merry-go-round by playing two songs, he extended that break. We danced a whole record, and then when the break part came, that's when you would do your little thing. But nowadays, b-boys just break, and they break, then you break, and he breaks, and he breaks, and he breaks. It wasn't like that in the beginning. And when someone says, well, you guys are not b-boys, that's kind of crazy, because when you think about it, the coined expression of b-boys was given to us. We were the first ones they gave the name to. When Herc, they said, well, who said it? Herc said it or Coke said it? I don't remember. They both were saying it. Who said it first between Coke and Herc? I don't remember. I actually don't remember. They both were saying it. Who said it first? That's subject of another debate. They both said it, so I'm not sure who said it first between the two of them. But that's what was coined for us breaking at that point. And when they extended the break, we had to do more and more and more and more. And that's where the whole thing about going to your moves had to be extended and extended and extended and extended. And you start making breaking moves. That's it. It ain't really that difficult. When you talk to people who say that the blacks were this or the Puerto Ricans are a guest in hip hop, that's the most ridiculous statement you can make. I mean, it's the stupidity is beyond words. And I'm sorry if I'm insulting people, but the reality is there is no b-boys without Puerto Ricans, right? We know that. How can you say something stupid as that? Even though there's an argument saying, well, you hear some of the Puerto Rican brothers saying something, the black brothers saying something, and that's that racist crap. We got to get past that. We have to get past that, because there is no b-boys without the black guys, at the Herc party start, whatever case is, and then going over to Flash and the BAM and everything else, and you got TBB, and then Rocksteady, and the Dynamic Rockers, Rocksteady crew, all the crews, New York City Breakers, the Seven Deadly Sins, all the crews that came up after that. If it wasn't for that, coming from that historical timeline, you wouldn't have it. So when someone says, well, you're not a b-boy, like, well, how can you say that when I'm the first b-boy? When Herc and Coke said b-boy, they was us. So that makes no sense. So I need guys to stop that. Stop saying the blacks did this, the Puerto Ricans did that, the blacks did this, the Puerto Ricans did that. There is no b-boys without blacks and Puerto Ricans, period. So stop it. And think about it this way. If you were to say, in one of the arguments, someone said to me, well, the moves that they do now are not the moves that you did then. Of course, because it was sort of elementary at that time, right? We were just starting. So dropping down and running in a circle, as I call my curly move, or do my drop spin around, or walking my tightrope and falling down and start to do my break off of that, that's going to the ground. Oh, you didn't go to the ground. Well, that's going to the ground. But the moves that came from running in a circle to somebody spinning around and then spitting on their back and then spitting on their head is evolution. You look at Clemente, who does continuous head spins, Kid Freeze. Beautiful. You look at guys, Ness and Victor, you know, um, Fable, Tony Wade, all these B-boys who come afterwards who did all these great moves and everything, track doing acrobatics and stuff like that, whatever. But you go back to Abby. I'm talking to Abby from TBB, doing his, mixing his potion and of Dr. Jekyll, Mr. Hyde, and going off. That's called going off. We used to go off. So that's the evolution, and no one's fighting that. And to keep on saying it's a black thing, and the Puerto Ricans said the blacks didn't do this, the Puerto Ricans and the blacks didn't, and the blacks didn't, and the Puerto Ricans didn't. That's stupidity. Because if you think about it, what happens 20 years from now when all the Asian kids are doing something different, and they say, well, you guys didn't do that, so therefore you're not B-boys. Does that make sense? It doesn't, right? We all are on a timeline. We all contributed to the art. This is our dance. Stop fighting it. We all are on this together. And I really I'm doing a documentary on this. I'm able to show everybody's moves from day one coming up from way back when to where we are now, even the little kids. But I want to make sure I address the fact that we got to stop this racism, you know, trying to separate us. We can't be separated because we all came from the same hood. You know, it wasn't like we were some rich kids and you guys were poor, or you guys were rich and we were poor. No, we all lived in the projects together, the tenements together. You know, so if you go to the timeline saying this is 73, I can say 73. Now, and I'm going to speak on one thing, because I was trying to address how we need to get together, and people started attacking me yesterday, which kind of got me in my feels a little bit. But I didn't want to attack them because I think that's an immature thing to do. But I wanted to say this. When you look at things and you say on a timeline where you were and what did you contribute, that's chronological. I'm a former special agent, so I do everything evidence-wise. Can you corroborate it on a timeline? I threw a picture of when I was dancing with Darlene, and someone said, you said that was in 72. I just said it off the top of my head at the time. I looked at the picture now and say, you know what? I was 16 years old because I was in Sloan Supermarket on 38th Street and Broadway. That's what by Curtis Blow and Billy Bill and all the Hill Boys. We used to dance against them. We used to dance at Chuck Center. So they said, well, they was dancing at Chuck Center, so it couldn't have been Herc's too. It's the music that made the B-Boys. That's what made it. Everyone was dancing. When Herc played those songs like this, hold on. Now, when Herc played songs like this, when people weren't playing back then, this was underground song. This is my song. This is my killer song here. When he played songs like this, that's what separated us from everybody else. The disco era was going on at that time. It was us doing dances to this song or these type of songs that made B-Boys. You see? And we danced the entire record, and that break comes at the end, that's when we did our thing. But until then, we were just dancing. So, and let me talk another thing about this 2-step, 6-step, 4-step thing. Guess what? Here, check this out. When guys were doing this, now from there they started making the 6-step. But I did this because I didn't want to dance like everybody else. So when I did my stuff, spin around, my stuff was there for me to do. Not like everybody else, because everybody had their own signature moves. When I did my curly move, and I fall down and run in a circle like curly, that was my move that time. When I walk my tightrope, like this. That was my move, right? If I did the motorcycle, and I pop my wheelie and I fall, that was my move. You see? So, oh, one last one. Hold on. Carl Wright's move. This is your jump moves, jump spin. A lot of guys do things of variations of that now, right? But I'm breathing deeply right now. I'm 62, man, and change. But that's what we did. That's my move. So God said, well, you didn't go to the ground. What's that called? That's going to the ground. So that being said, stop the crap. Blacks, Puerto Ricans. Blariqua. Black, Puerto Rican, Blariqua. That's what we are. That's who we are. BBOY, OG, Herculoid, honorary member TVB, love my voice from Zulu. Peace.